Today is July 16th, 2025. Yesterday, on the 15th, I went down to our new place. There's a gas station right near it. Went in, walking around. This guy is there, running his mouth, saying that, I heard Karen was a victim of medical malpractice, and there was a bunch of medical fraud on her. Heard she got really bad. Heard Dave was letting his girlfriend use her insurance, and that part of her medical information is Dave's girlfriend. The doctor we hired on our own to pull her medical records? My God. Said not to say anything I didn't think about he could go to jail for it. Oh, my Lord, people were talking about that today. That attorney's office was down here admitting they hired that doctor on their own. And that they pulled her medical records. That is a federal crime, 10-year sentence. Some guy showed up at the gas station again today. Said I told them to leave her alone. And I heard they were down here saying stuff about pulling her medical records. Oh, all kinds of people. We're talking, we all know it's a fraud scheme. We all know nobody can pull her medical records. You can't hire a doctor on your own to evaluate someone. It's a fraud scheme. Yeah. The guy was in there. Okay? Didn't even turn around, got away from him. Okay? But everybody heard him. My phone's bugged. For the case, this phone login. Okay? Now, I want you to think about this. And think hard. They confessed. Like they said, they confessed. They got him. Oh, I know. You're going to arrest him, right? I got away from him. You know, that's a bitch move. Because I had to go find Carl's daughter. And if she would have known what you said to me behind my back, she would have went after you herself. And you're lucky, trying to keep everything peaceful, because she was her and her husband were helping Carl and I move. See, they do stuff like that, so I won't just turn around and start screaming at them. They wait till I'm with someone. But they already got you. Oh. Now, I want you to think about this. There's a real FBI case. FBI agent John opened it. It's in the Stark County Courthouse. Witness Protection Program. Protected custody case with statements in a court order. With the judge's order from Stark County. Police surveillance with a court order. What do they have in that police surveillance? My God, with a court order. What does the FBI and the police that work my case have? Hmm? Drug cartels bragging who they work for? Judge Peter's group from Florida, Faith Family Church, 3,000 people seen them. They were the ones hurting me before. Selling the login, Michelle was with them. The guy impersonating a retired Judge Pete looked like a deranged Santa Claus. Was with them, telling people he was friends with Ludic, letting him get away with crimes, and some of the drug cartel was impersonating the Portage County sheriffs and FBI agents torturing me. Get the idea? There is no retired Judge Pete from Florida that looks like a little old white Santa Claus. Friends with Ludic. He's freemium. Him and that attorney's office. What do you have against Ludic? Judge Timothy Ludic is a divorce judge. Family court. Christian judge. What do you have against Ludic? That attorney's office. What do you have against Ludic? He's a Christian divorce judge. Family court. They're not even going after a prosecuting judge. A criminal court. They're going after family court divorce judge. That's a Christian. What do you have against him? And what do you have against Bruce Lewinsky, Chief of Police of Portage County? And the Portage County Sheriff's was that attorney's office after him, framing him. See, that's where December of 23, January of 24 on a Sunday night, investigators that worked the case, FBI agent John opened up. When the case first started, we found out Karen's ex-husband was keeping her so drugged up there. They were drug beating, raping her, and she wasn't realizing what was happening. I was going to the doctor with all those injuries, and I'm blaming the dirty well water, thinking it's giving me cancer. Just showering in it. Because it was orange. Or just had high levels of iron. Like I said, that wouldn't do anything. And I thought it was killing me. And here it's sexual predators. Drugging me for fake confessions, photoshopping and washing, I heard. And beating, raping me, and human trafficking me, that attorney's office. Running a drug scam with the Florida drug cartel. My God. Okay. Where June 25th, 25, Rural King and New Philly men are in there talking. The police and investigators pulled the case today. And they said that it was some attorney's office. Thought they could drug her for fake confessions, Photoshop her, and frame her on their own. And they were having her drug beat and raped, and it was just some attorney's office doing it on their own. Messed up with the Florida drug cartel. Pulled Karen around the house. Karen's rural FBI informant. The Florida group for Judge Peters in Florida that was arrested in 22. And 100 men. His men will be caught under surveillance here. Faith Family Church, 3,000 people seen them. Like Tess that goes there. Took them long. This thing blew way out of proportion. The Kingsmen from Texas showed up. Michigan, California, Buffalo, New York, North and South Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky. Drug dealers and human traffickers, Georgia. All caught under police surveillance. It was bad guys on a platter to law enforcement. Go up in Akron, we all know Karen's Well is still open. It's part of the nationwide human trafficking scam. Stark County Sheriff's worker that worked for Faith Family Church. They were talking last year in April. We all know they opened an informant case with her and have us half watch her. There's a judges over there. Oh, I also heard someone where I live now said the FBI's already been down there. Telling people not to say anything to me. Officer Mark and Officer John, don't go far. Keep an eye on the car. Okay? Don't go far. I worked at CSC Bank in 2019. The Canton police were in there, Lamar, Sharp, and more. There was a white officer, bald with dark eyes, working there also. Security at CSC Bank on Market Street. People that worked in the bank said Karen has her own security here. Wonder what's going on. I walked out of the back of the bank and I seen Officer Mark walk out and the guys. Do you know what else they also have under police surveillance? First 2 months of the case. Went to my community health. The doctor said it in front of them and told them that everything from the time I had all those surgeries to 2002 was fraud. Said it in front of them. That there was nothing wrong with me but my muscles locked up. Those doctors caused all those other problems, the seizures, the heart attacks, the massive body swelling, everything shutting down. They were defrauding me and ripping me off. And don't ever claim anything they said. Even said I had brain tumors. They were all lies and they were just ripping me off and it was nothing but fraud. And they were causing everything. With the medication, it was medication errors. They told the FBI and the police in 18. They also heard my brother and my mom talk about the other lady using my insurance. 18, 19. The agent that was dating Michelle from the Florida drug cartel got it out of Dave, March 27th, 25, announced it. That he got it out of Dave. That it was his girlfriend from before me, made him marry me. So she would have free insurance when he got a job at my dad's factory, because my dad would give it to him. And he could give her extra money. That half my medical records are his girlfriend's. Or he's saying some crazy lady stole my identity, running up insurance fraud. We don't pay it, Karen. They're accusing me of cheating on you. I never cheat on you. And some other lady's committing identity fraud, Karen. If we don't pay them, they'll put me in jail. And see how much identity fraud is on the news? Someone just got the company's information. Some crazy lady's just running up bills in your name. Maybe she sat next to you while you were holding your card. Maybe you left it somewhere and she found it. Made up every excuse in the world. Here it's him and his girlfriend scamming me for 15 years. Now, I want you to start thinking how much use my medical card. One time it was $3,500 copay. $2,500. $1,250, $750. Lucky if it was just a copay of $60 to $125. Times we didn't know about her bills until they taxed Dave's wages. I would argue with hospitals and doctors' offices. Argued with Altman Hospital about a stay. I didn't stay there. Doctor I'd never heard of. And some lady said, well, we sat and talked. I said, I've never met you. I told you some other ladies using my insurance. Well, you said you have 2 little girls. I have 3 boys. She went Harry, carry on my insurance. She was using my prescription card. And she even stole my pain medicine from the pharmacy in my name. Said, well, you picked your Vicodins up last week. Oh, I didn't. I want you to think about that. Him and his girlfriend. Now, who had to sacrifice to pay those bills? I had 3 kids of my own. Home, car, insurance. Who had to sacrifice? I did. You know what makes me really mad is 2 fat blonde girls showed up and Michelle Lauren said they were his daughters, and that they were stealing from me because they grew up with nothing. Well, you know, you made my kids not have everything that they should, and they eat a lot of peanut butter sandwiches and a lot of hot dogs. And I had to learn to live in Kmart layaway for them to have nice Christmases and school clothes. And I'd start working at Christmas, after Christmas, when everything would go on sale, and put it in layaway. So they have school clothes for the next year. I'm like 2 sizes bigger. And sometimes it was hard to pay the $10 layaways. Who sacrificed because your mother stole from me, so you think I'm an easy mark? See, that pisses the hell out of me. They're not my kids. I owe them nothing. Then why the hell did your mother sue him for child support? Why didn't you go back after him when you were 18? Now that when you're almost 40, thinking you're going to victimize me because your mother victimized me for 15 years. So you think I'm an easy mark. You're on nothing but thieves. See, that's all these people are, thieves. In 22 in Cuyahoga Falls, they called it a big extortion ring. Now, I want you to also think where Michelle told an agent on March 27th, 25, he was outside my work, that he had broke up with Michelle. He got her to confess where they bashed in my head. They tried to kill me or leave me incompetent, and it didn't work. I have the size of a ball peen hammer imprint in the back of my head. I had migraines for 2 years on half of my head. I stutter now when I get upset. My vision has got worse. Now, do I find this funny? No. And the reason I don't know who that doctor is, he's not one of mine. He works for them, and they had lied he was one of my doctors. Where the idiot in my old apartment, and the Louisville police do know he called you stupid, right, and dumb. For we have to find someone stupid enough to arrest her and dumb enough to do it. All the other police wouldn't dare touch her because of the FBI case. She's in the witness protection program. She cannot be processed. So if some police actually try to arrest her, the Agent John has to show up. It's the only way we can assure him to show up. Then another time, we want him to explain himself. He said he didn't care what we did, and found out some of the drug dealers they hired to help with this went to jail. Well, you know what? He fooled you, jackass. Get over it. Get over it. We're April 17, 25, Sheetz gas station. Michelle was out. Well, Michelle was following me around for a while. Long time. She was in the gas station. Even Carl seen her. Walked up to a blue SUV, the big government vehicle stopped. She's like, I talked to the police up there. They said, how dumb were we? How dumb was I? Telling that agent that they had tried to kill me when they bashed on my head and it didn't work. And the reason I don't know who that doctor is, he's not one of mine. He works for them, and they had lied he was one of my doctors. And that they all could go to jail for this, and how she really liked him. She even wanted to marry him. Okay? They said that he's an agent and she's an informant, and they're all going to end up in jail for this. Well, April 1925, the FBI shows up. Hartville Flea Market. How dumb are these people? You would not believe how dumb they are. She calls the FBI hotline for help. They immediately walk into an FBI office, confess they were legally monitoring on their own. And trust me, nobody ever fell for the dirty doctor scam. Tape you unaware, confessing your crimes, sat on it till Dave wanted a divorce. That's like a 30, 50-year sentence in that whole mouthful. Doctors cannot tape you unaware. It is a federal crime. It's a 10-year sentence. Sitting on crimes, if you do not give a limited report to the police, there may be a problem here, but you can't say how you know. You can't say anything what the person said to you because of HIPAA and Privacy Act, but you have to let the police know there may be a problem. I need you to look into it, or guess what? You go to jail as an accessory. And then he's in it with Dave, breaking HIPAA again. That's another 10. So we're talking about a 30-year sentence in one mouthful. Like they said, they didn't realize how illegal it was to put the word doctor on it. Okay? And it sounded mechanical, and we knew they altered all of it. Nobody fell for the weird with yourself. We knew it was photoshopped or washing yourself in the shower. They photoshopped everything. But if they were going to be that dumb and try this with us, we told Agent John to go up to that church and tell on her. We're calling the FBI hotline before we talk to her and act dumb like these people. That's why he's up there telling people and telling everybody at Apostolic Church of Barberton in Barberton. He knew I was being drugged, beaten, raped, and didn't care because Strange called me a faker. He used to act like a crazy occult person. And trust me, everybody knew how not funny this was when the second group showed up and said they worked for a drug lord, and Dave hired them. For we all work for the king from Texas. We are his men. Dave hired us. He's the drug lord. If you look him up, he's a fentanyl king. U.S. military Iraqi translator went into the dark web, malware fentanyl king. And trust me, everybody knows a gunshot night happened and how not funny this is. Okay? That's where April 24th, 25 up in Summit Mall. The Texas group was up there. The girls were from the cartel and walked by giggling about Michelle telling on them about the dirty doctor. Nobody can say a word to her and they're giggling about it. Some guy off in the distance. You tell that guy Willow that was to run a scam to join us. That it's all on because of Michelle told on him that that doctor from before was never one of hers and he works for them and they had lied. You tell him that we said to take care of her for telling. Okay? I go back up there. People were complaining that other drug cartel threatened Michelle. Are they crazy? That other cartel will get him. Okay? And then they left all kinds of threats on that little girl. Okay? May 25th, 25, up in Hollisters. Summit Mall. Teenagers are laughing their asses off with us. Boy, the bill from the Freemason run the biggest scam here. Had some guy go in and drug her up and tell her to say that. Can you imagine drugging somebody up and telling them to say something like that? Then another guy videotaped her in the shower. Washing herself. And they're giggling about it like it's funny. Can you imagine taping somebody washing themselves? Photoshop that in another room. Then ran a contest off of it. Who could steal her money and scam to everyone into helping out? Boy, did he run the biggest scam here. May 26, 25, Walmart 62. Florida cartel shows up. Heard they were laughing about this in Summit Mall. A bill from the Freemason scam of a doctor not being one of hers works for them, and they had lied. He was one of hers. And that this whole thing is a scam. The cartel is tired of Bill from the Freemason. Who does he think he is? And them thinking that they can have him threaten Michelle. They're not running it. We are. The Gentleman's Club from Florida that worked for Judge Peters. They announced it in 18. The Henry Maffei with him. The Florida drug cartel. Do they want more? And Michelle says she's really nice. She even said how to take care of herself. I did a video for her to get to the FBI office or sheriff's station. Ask for Officer John or Officer Mark, or have him get a hold of Agent John. Mention the case and offer him information on the Texas group. They're all looking for the Texas group. They've killed agents, I found out from a retired CIA agent. They're all after him. Got it? Where I used to work up in Akron, their cleaning lady was a retired CIA agent. She used to be a sniper. She had to quit because she was grabbed and drugged up real bad. And they kind of sort of fried her a little bit. She's nice, but you can tell. For someone who's retired, she still talks to them. She would talk to me about the case. She said, you can tell you've been around the human traffickers. The way you stand, the way you talk, the way you act. Okay? She said, and I said, well, they bullied me, how I looked, my hair, my clothes, and how I even spoke. And she said, well, you better be careful, the special outfit will come out. I said, I heard about that. She said, that means you're sold. She said, that Texas group. She said that they've killed agents, and all law enforcement is after them. Okay? Now, that's where January 20th, 23, my friend Maddie, that lives about 2 or 3 hours away, showed up with the U.S. Marshals out in Worcester. Got a friend in the police department. All these men walking out. I thought, you come by your police department? Knew about the case that agent opened with you. They knew about the Texas group. I'm like, the Kingsmen? Because we all work for the King from Texas. We are his men. Dave Hardis, he's a drug lord. His U.S. military Iraqi translator went into the dark web malware fentanyl king. He's a hacker with military training. And we went through different things in the case, and they drove me till I was starting. I walked outside. They walked out, where the U.S. Marshals were going to be taking care of this. 3 weeks later, they did an 800-people sweep on February 14th, 23. In April of 23, up in Hartville, there's some of the cartel following me. The 2 agents that remind you of my son Josh, who work in the Belden FBI office, I seen him walk in there. I thought they were police officers or feds. Been around me since 18. The guys that said they were going to use me for bait. Look at all these people they hired to hurt her. We could use her for bait. Come on. Well, the cartel said if they used your case to infiltrate our gang, tell them to give your money, we're out of here. They laughed in their face, we actually did. Mocked them. I hate playing monkey in the middle, where everybody beats on the monkey. It's a horrible game. You play it once and you never play it again. Everybody surrounds you in a circle and everybody beats on you till you get out. It's a horrible, evil game. I've been playing monkey in the middle for 7 years. Right? See, that's where the Louisville police showed up May 30th, 25 with some lady. And she's trying to say how she thought I was dumb. I'm not dumb. And I do know surveillance laws. It's called Google. And I can type. And then she said they found the case. Said her ex-husband hired 2 men on his own. One said he was an attorney, so it made it legal. No, it don't. And they found the surveillance of May 26, 25, where this whole thing was a scam from Bill from the Freemasons. Okay? Do we understand? That's where June 25th, 25, I'm down in Rural King in New Philly. The police and the investigators working the case. Said they found the case. It was some attorney's office thought they could have her drugged for fake confessions, photoshopped and framed on their own. And they were having her drug being raped. That's where June 28th, 25, I was in Circle Restaurant at Deerfield. Okay? Some men are in there mocking me. That attorney's office was taking a payoff from other men to go in and drug beat and rape her. They said they didn't mind paying that attorney's office to rape her. Because she's not a bad-looking older lady. We all know that an attorney's office drugged her and told her to say it before. We all know that. And we're mocking me. Well, a guy showed up the next day. Golden Corral was telling a guy. Said, well, the originals already admitted they drugged her and told her to say it before. He said they were mocking her and how that guy was taking a payoff and having men pay him to rape her. They've already confessed they photoshopped that shower scene, framed me, drugged me and told me to say it before. They even admitted that they made up retired Judge Pete from Ravenna Courthouse. They made up everything on me. I'm tired. Agent John, I need you or Officer John or Officer Mark talk to the sheriff's office. Where I live now. Please. And don't go far. Okay. I'm gonna upload this.